Hello, my dear children and parents. Welcome to Indus Valley Public School Ranch e-learning classes of English, where we will be doing a lesson from Footprints Without Feet, Class 10th, Lesson 7, Part 2. Name of the lesson is The Necklace. This lesson is written by Guy de Maupassant. Children, in this lesson we had seen that it's a fictional story about a pretty lady, Matilda Loisel, and her husband, who lived in a small yet cozy flat that teaches us that we should be satisfied and content with whatever we have. This story stresses on the fact that we should not crave for extravagant luxuries that are beyond our affordability. So, my dear children, till Pine, we have covered that one day when Matilda's husband returned from work, he got an invitation to a party at the house of Minister of Public Instructions. Contrary to his expectation, Matilda was irritated and angry and threw the card away. She was upset because she did not have anything to wear at such an extravagant party. Her husband gave her 400 francs to buy a new dress that he had been saving to buy a gun so that he could go hunting with his friends. But after buying the dress, she was sad because she did not have jewelry to make herself look more appealing and attractive. Her husband suggested that she could borrow jewelry from her friend, Madame Frossier. When Madame Loisel went to her friend's house and described the situation, she showed her the cupboard and asked her to choose whatever she liked. Matilda chose a precious diamond necklace which was kept in a black satin box. They went to the minister party and all the men admired her as she was looking gorgeous in her new dress and jewelry. They returned at 4 in the morning. By the time Mr. Loisel had already dozed off in one of the rooms with 3 other men, they decided to leave and couldn't find a carriage. Finally, after walking for a while, they got a carriage which dropped them right outside their door. Matilda realized that she did not have a necklace. Now we will see how the topic or the title necklace revolved through the story. Now coming towards the chapter. So Loisel, already half undressed, asked, "What is the matter?" So now what happened, as Mrs. or Madame Loisel, she recognized that her necklace is missing, so she was uncomfortable. So seeing her uncomfortability, Mr. Loisel asked, "What is the matter? Why she is looking like that?" She turned towards him excitedly. I no longer have Mrs. or Madame Frostier's necklace." So now she was not able to reply. She was stammering and she said that she lost Madame Frostier's necklace. He rose in dismay. "What? How is that? It's not possible." So now what happened? Showing his concern, or you can say in a tensionized mode, he said, "How can it be possible? How can you lose that?" And they took it the folds of the dress, in the folds of the cloak, in the pockets, everywhere. They could not find it. Now they started searching everywhere. So whatever the dress they have folded, they unfold the dress. Even the cloak is a dress, it's a overcoat like dress which do not have sleeves. So they have searched the pocket everywhere, but they were not able to find the necklace. He asked, "You are sure you still had it when we left the minister's house?" Now Mr. Loisel confirmed from his wife whether she was having that necklace when they left the house. So that means he want to confirm whether it is there in the minister's house or it is outside the minister's house. Okay. Now she is saying, "Yes, I felt it as we came out." Now she replied, "Yes, it was there when I was coming out from the minister's house." Now husband is saying, but if you had lost it in the street, we should have heard the fall. It must be in the cab. So now her husband is saying that if it is on the street somewhere, then if it has fallen there, then we must have heard the voice of that necklace. But we haven't heard any sound, so it might be inside the cab which we have hired. Yes, it is possible. Did you take the number? So now Matilda is replying. Mr. Loisel's wife replying, yes, it might be possible, but have you seen the registration number of that cab? Have you noted the number? No, and did you notice what it was? So husband is replying in negative that he did not notice the number, and same he inquired from his wife whether she has noticed that number. No, she also replied in negative that she was thinking to have that number but it is not there. They looked at each other utterly cast down. So now they were looking at each other in a very low or in a very sad mood. Finally, Loisel dressed himself again. So now as he was half undressed, so now he was fully covered and fully dressed. So now he is saying that I'm going, he said, over the track where we went on foot to see if I can find it. So now her husband is saying कि मैं उसी रास्ते जा रहा हूँ जिस रास्ते से हम लोग आए थे. If it will be there, then I can find it out. And he went. She remained in her evening gown, not having the force to go to bed. And she was still in that evening gown, and she was not willing to go to the bed to rest also, because she was in a tensionized mode. Now, towards 7 o'clock, her husband returned. So now it's 7 o'clock. From 4 o'clock, it came 7 o'clock. He had found nothing. So after seeing all the streets wherever they were, her husband returned and he was not able to find any clue. He went to the police and to the cab offices and put an advertisement in the newspaper offering a reward. So whatever he can do, he did, like going to the police station, going to the cab offices so that he can find out the cab. Even he had placed an advertisement in the newspaper, and he also given reward to the person who was going to find that necklace. But hopeless, nothing was there. She waited all day in a state of bewilderment before this frightful disaster. So now what happened? She was waiting and waiting for this moment, and she was in a confusion mode whether something good can happen, might she can get the necklace and all. So she was in a confused mode. Loisel returned in the evening, his face pale. He had discovered nothing. So in the evening, Mr. Loisel returned home, but he did not have any hope of ray. Any ray hope was not there. He was not able to find any necklace. He said, write to your friend that you have broken the clasp of the necklace and that you will have it repaired. That will give us some time. So now Mr. Loisel suggested his wife that write a letter, write a message to her friend that she had broken the hook of the necklace and she will return once it gets repaired. So by doing so, उनको थोड़ा सा time मिल जाएगा और necklace को search करने के लिए. She wrote as he dictated. So whatever her husband was saying, she was writing it. At the end of a week, they had lost all hope, and Loisel, older by 5 years, declared, we must replace this jewel. So now what happened? Here it is said that now a week was passed, there was no hope remained to get the necklace. So he said, now we have to replace it, we have to find similar necklace, and then we have to give it to Mrs. Forster. In a shop of the Palais Royal, they found a chaplet of diamond which seemed to them exactly like the one they had lost. So what happened? In a shop of Palace Royal, they found a necklace which was exactly resembling the same necklace which they have lost. It was valued at 40,000 francs. They could get it for 36,000. So the cost of that necklace was 40,000 francs, but there was 4,000 franc discount, so they got it for 36,000. Loisel possessed 18,000 francs which his father had left him. So now Mr. Loisel, he was having 18,000 francs which his father had given when he was dying, and rest 18,000 he borrowed. He made ruinous promises, took money from usurers and the whole race of lenders. Then he went to get the new necklace, depositing on the merchant's counter 36,000 francs. So now what happened? So rest 18,000 he had borrowed from other money lenders who were giving the money at a very high rates, and then finally he had paid all 36,000 francs to the shopkeeper and purchased the necklace. When Madame Loisel took back the jewelry to Madame Frostier, the latter said to her in a frigid tone, "You should have returned them me one sooner, for I might have needed them." So when Madame Loisel went to Madame Frostier to return the necklace, Madame Frostier, she was a little bit rigid, she was a little bit formal in her tone and said that she should have returned this necklace a little bit earlier because she also needed. Madame Frostier also need that jewelry. So she said in a very formal way that Madame Loisel, you should return it little bit earlier. Madame Frostier did not open the jewel box as Madame Loisel feared she would. What would she think if she would preserve this substitution? What would she say? Would she take her for a robber? So now what happened? As soon as she was returning, Madame Loisel was returning that jewelry, that necklace to Madame Frostier, she had n number of questions running inside her head. She was thinking what Madame Frostier will think of her, whether she will consider her as a thief, and so on. N number of questions were running up. But what happened? Madame Loisel now knew the horrible life of necessity. She did her part, however, completely, heroically. It was necessary to pay this frightful debt. She would pay it. They sent away the maid, they changed their lodging, they rented some rooms in an attic. So now what happened? So this lady, she know that now she has to do all kind of things in order to return the debt. Whatever money they have taken from other people, they have to return at any cost. So now she started to reduce expenses and save money. They have removed the maid from her job. They have changed their house and started living on the roof of a building. Now she had learned the tiring and boring work of the kitchen, like washing dishes, cooking food. She would wash clothes and hang them on a line to dry. So all the household work she started doing by herself. Even now what happened? She learned the odious work of a kitchen. She washed the dishes, she washed the soiled linens, their cloths and dishcloths, which she hung on a line to dry. She took down the refuse to the street each morning and brought up the water, stopping at each landing to catch her breath. So now what happened? So early in the morning she used to go fill the bucket and fetch the water. So when she climbed the stairs, so every stair she used to put the bucket down and take a deep breath. So all kind of laborious work she started doing. And clothed like a woman of the people, she went to the grocers, the butchers and the fruit sellers, and her basket on her arms, shopping, haggling to the last saw for miserable money. So now what happened? She used to go to the shopkeepers, fruit seller, butchers and everywhere, and she used to bargain for very little amount. Like saw is also currency, like we have rupee and paise, so similar they have francs and saw. So वो छोटे amount के लिए she started bargaining from the shopkeepers. The husband worked evening, putting the books of some merchants in order, and night he often did copying at 5 sous a page. And this life lasted for 10 years. At the end of 10 years, they had resorted or. So now what happened? Her husband was also working hard. He used to photocopy some books, and at that books were photocopied 5 sous per pages. And this miserable life they lead for 10 years. After 10 years, they were able to pay all the amount that they have lent from other people. So till 10 years, this miserable life was continued. Madame Loisel seemed old now. She had become a strong, hard woman, the crude woman of the poor household, her hair badly dressed, her skirt awry, her hand red. She spoke in a loud tone and washed the floor with large pails of water. But sometime when her husband was at the office, she would sit herself before the window and think of that evening party, of former times, of that ball where she was so beautiful and so flattered. So now what happened? So now she was there. She is looking like a very old, what to say, lady. She was in a bed dressed. So now what happened? What she used to do? So she has started looking very old. Her hair was badly kept, shabby look, hands were red, and she started speaking in a very loud voice. And sometime what happened when her husband was not there, when he was in office, so she used to sit at the window and she used to admire her look. That and she started thinking about that particular evening when she was in a ball, because on that day she was looking very gorgeous and she was admired by each and every person. So she used to praise herself at that point of time. How could it have been if she had not lost the necklace? Who knows? How singular is life and how full of changes. How small thing will ruin or save one. So now what she is saying ki life is unpredictable. Nobody can predict what thing happened. She is thinking, if necklace was not lost, then my life was quite comfortable. Nobody knows what will happen in next moment. So she was saying ki life is unpredictable and how a small step could change a person's life. She was thinking that way. One Sunday, as she was taking a walk in a Champs-Elysees to rid herself to the cares of the week. She suddenly perceived a woman walking with a child. It was Madame Frostier, still young, still pretty, still attractive. Madame Loisel was affected. Should she speak to her? Yes, certainly, and how that she had paid, she would tell her all. Why not? So now what happened? One day, when she wants to relax herself from the week tiredness, she just went for a walk in Champs-Elysees, where she found a woman, a pretty woman with a child, and that lady was Madame Frostier. She was with her kid, and she was still attractive, very good looking, she's still young. Right? All this quality was possessed by Madame Frostier. But on the contrary, Madame Loisel, she was very old, her looks was changed, everything was gone. And then Madame Loisel decided whether she should speak to Madame Frostier or not. Then उसके बाद उसका mind change होता है, बोलते yes, I can speak to Madame Frostier because I have already returned her necklace, so I should speak to her. So now what happened? She approached her. Good morning, Jean. So now Madame Loisel, she went to Madame Frostier and she wished her and said, Good morning, Jean. Her friend did not recognize her and was astonished to be so familiar addressed by this common personage. So now what happened? Madame Frostier, she was unable to recognize Madame Loisel, and as she was taking her personal name Jean, so she was surprised, who is this person who is taking my personal name? Because only her friend used to call her Jean. She stammered, but madam, I do not know, you must be mistaken. So Madame Frostier, she was telling Madame Loisel that she might be mistaken because Madame Frostier was not able to recognize Madame Loisel because of her looks. No, I am Matilda Loisel. So when she said you must be mistaken, then Matilda, Madame Loisel, she said no, I am not mistaken. I am Matilda Loisel. Her friend uttered a cry of astonishment. Oh, my poor Matilda, how have you changed? So now what happened? After seeing the look, Madame Frostier, she was astonished, she was surprised, and she cried, What happened to you? What about your look? You were so pretty. What had happened to you? She was surprised by the look. Yes, I have had some hard days since I saw you, and some miserable ones, and all because of you. So now she started complaining. Madame Loisel started complaining to her friend because I had some miserable time and it all happened because of you. Because of me? How is that? So Madam Frostier said, because of me? मेरे से कैसे हो सकता है? I hadn't done anything. You recall the diamond necklace that you loaned me to wear to the minister's ball. So on this, Mrs. Loisel, she said, you remember about that necklace that you have given me to wear at minister's ball party? Yes, very well. So Madam Frostier said, yes, I remember that necklace. Well, I lost it. Then Madam Loisel said, well, that necklace was lost. It was lost by me. How is that, since you returned it to me? So Madam Frostier was surprised कि how can that necklace is lost, because Madam Loisel already returned to her. Now she said, how can it possible? ये कैसे possible है जबकि तुम मुझे return कर चुकी हो? I returned another to you exactly like it, and it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. You can understand that it was not easy for us who have nothing, but it is finished and I am decently content. So now Matilda is saying that I returned you the other necklace exactly the same because I lost it and it took 10 years to pay the loan which I have taken for that necklace. Now everything is over and I am satisfied the way I am living. Madam Frostier stopped short. She said, you say that you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine? So now Madam Frostier, she was surprised and she held her breath and said, you returned me real diamond necklace? Yes. You did not perceive it then? They were just alike. So Madam Matilda, she is saying that you were not able to recognize both the necklace. I have returned you the same necklace because they were exactly the same. And she smiled with proud and simple joy. So when she said, Matilda, she has returned exactly the same necklace, she was relaxed and she was feeling proud कि she was not able to return, means उसने return कर दिया and she was having relaxation. Madam Frostier was touched and took both her hands as she replied, oh, my poor Matilda, mine was false. They were not worth over 500 francs. So when she came, Madam Frostier came to know that she has returned original diamond necklace, then she was very much touched. She felt sad for the thing that had happened. So she holded the hand of Matilda and said, the diamond which I gave you, it was not more than 500 francs. So the conclusion, the necklace focused that one should be content and satisfied with their belongings and not crave for expensive items that are not within their economical capabilities. Extreme desire for lavish item leads to unhappiness and loss of peace of mind. So my dear children, hope you have understood the story, isn't it? So thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much. Now complete your task, the questions which are given at the end of the lesson. Hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.